Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 19th of September 2025. So bonds and gold dumped, crypto and stock pumped as hawkish hangover hits. Spot up, volume up, melt up in stocks ahead of tomorrow's triple which is today. We've got all of the options expiring today, and apparently, and according to news sources, the biggest number of or value of options expiring today over $1 trillion worth. So that will be interesting when they start to offload those around lunchtime. That's UK time. US stocks rose and the dollar extended on recent gains on encouraging US data. Of course, you see how the narrative changes. Stocks bid and bonds hit on strong US data. And of course, obviously having Trump in the UK as well doing his trade deals was enough to give the excuse to move the markets to the upside. But again, pending this another two cut in interest rates, well, that's enough to keep the market afloat and to keep it moving to the upside, and also trigger the Santa rally as well, which we get annually from October. Other economic news: retail sales due out today as well. They're showing a decline, so the economy is falling apart despite the headlines that I've just read. You're going to have to look at the unemployment numbers to see that. And just on the side, have a look at Mike Maloney's gold-silver video last night as well. There's over $7 trillion sitting in money market funds ready to go into the markets as well. If they don't go into the markets, where are they going to go? They could go into the metals as well, which is what he spoke of in the video. But yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes here. Anyway, retail sales today, that's all we've got. Otherwise, the markets are free to make its way and continue to the upside and keep making new all-time highs. So with that, let's have a look at the markets and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see we got another all-time high for yesterday. No surprise there whatsoever. You can see 46365, so heading up towards 47,000 there for the Dow. And in the 30-minute chart, it wasn't looking too bright in the morning. The market was up. It was looking good in the morning, and then of course by lunchtime the market fell off with those weekly jobless claims, and then we got stuck into a sideways move where we can see prices are currently trading just below the DP there as well. So the Dow, barring anything of a geopolitical nature or a change of heart, is set to continue to move to the upside there. Meanwhile, in Europe, the German DAX obviously taking advantage of the buying that it saw the day before, demand coming into the market, moving up nicely yesterday. Overnight, the markets hit the 20-bar moving average, and is finding that a bit of a struggle at the moment. But again, it just reminds me of January, when the European markets actually lagged the US, and then all of a sudden they got into gear and then moved back to the upside quite strongly. The all-time high for the DAX is at 24,644, so obviously a good 1,000 points there, well, just under, for it to move to the upside. 30-minute chart moved up nicely, then drifted down around lunchtime and in the afternoon, then continuing to move higher. And then you've got yesterday's high there for it to attack later today if it wishes to do so, and probably likely to, given that it's a Friday as well. And speaking of all-time highs, another one in the S&P 500, off a bit overnight but still above the 5-bar moving average at the moment. The 30-minute chart, again, similar picture to the Dow. The market was up, then we had a bit of a sell-off there, but then we soon reversed and then moved back to the upside, and at the moment we're stable below the DP at the moment and just below the 50 EMA there as well, so may get a bit of a shakeout before moving back to the upside. Meanwhile, in the UK yesterday, market just managing to take out the previous day's high, but not with any gusto whatsoever, and the market down on the overnight there. So in the 30-minute chart, you can see there the high from yesterday, and the market sideways there as well, to lower at the moment. Maybe we're starting to see with the FT and the DAX a bit of a rollover here, but again, it's unusual that these two markets haven't followed the US and moved higher. One thing that was of no surprise, which is completely against what should happen here, the US dollar has rallied when it should actually be falling, given the fact that they decrease rates by 25 basis points. I suppose really the reason they're up is one of relief that it was only 25 basis points and not 50. So let's have a look at the impact of this on the metals. So in silver, you can see yesterday the market was an inside bar holding its own and up on the overnight. Now this is really good news for silver actually, to escape what could have been another massive down day yesterday for this metal. So the landscape has certainly changed where the silver price is concerned, and obviously this is good news. If we look at the 30-minute chart, we moved higher to begin with. We had those weekly jobless numbers and claims, and then the market up on the overnight. Bit of selling coming into the market at the moment, but moving far better than gold at the moment, which you can see there is on a sideways thing, sort of move there, and inside the range of yesterday as well. So 30-minute charts, not a lot happening in gold. Had a good shakeout yesterday there, but they certainly came back in and bought, and they've done this overnight as well. So at the moment, sideways to higher. Let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. So in the gold-silver ratio, no surprise to see this accelerating down as silver actually moved better yesterday than gold. Gold was struggled a bit and sideways, which we've just seen. So good news for silver there, moving quite nicely, and that's reflected in the gold-silver ratio at the moment. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades in the German DAX 2-minute chart. So in the pre-market, we get prices moving to the upside. We took out the high as well of Wednesday as prices opened, and you can see they're climbing quite nicely to the upside, and then finding a bit of resistance and then trying to move higher once more, but unfortunately the stop being taken out before prices then did turn around and start to move back to the upside as well. So just slightly unfortunate in this particular trade. It didn't get any better in the first part of the afternoon either, which we'll look at in just a moment. So then we get the market sideways through the mid to late morning, and then prices open for the afternoon, and along with the Dow, the market there sideways, so it gives a potential sell, and then they come back in and buy with the the support to the left. You can see the buying there, so the buying comes in, the market then moves up, and the same there for the second trade. We then get a switch to the upside, and then we get the selling, bringing the market back, and then we get another potential buy, which this time actually goes on to move around 80 points to the upside. And then finally we get a sell, which then moves down with the US markets there until it finds support and starts to move back to the upside. That support coming here, as you can see there, buying coming into the market. Let's have a quick look, see where we are overnight. And at the moment, the market is sideways, but not too far off yesterday's high. It's very quiet at the moment. Again, it's 20 minutes to 7, and the market is stuck in that sideways range. So not a lot to report on this one, because it's hardly doing much, but it's closer to the high than it is to the low at the moment. So that's a positive there, but it needs to take out the 200 MA and the averages there in order to move to the upside. Right, that's it for this one, and also for this week. So have a good day and a great weekend, and all things being equal, I will see you in Monday's alert. So as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.